Hello and welcome back to Higurashi. It's been uh it's been like 30 minutes. Had a nice shower, relaxed a bit, refilled my water jug, but we're back in here. Double feature. Like I said, I need to catch up on the main videos, and then after this I can like do some corpse party tomorrow or whatever. Gotta have a nice healthy balance of videos for your day. But if I have to marathon a game, two consecutive recording sessions, I definitely want it to be Higurashi. It's always a fun time. Um, you know what? Last episode I shouted out a game. I gotta shout out another game because, surprise, I'm actually playing two games in my. So basically, in the mornings, I like to play games not related to the channel, just like fun stuff. For like the past 2 months, I've been playing Genshin Impact, which is I still think is a pretty fun game, but I'm getting a little sleepy of it, so I'll probably trim it until like the new area or whatever. So obviously, I'm playing AI Dungeon, but that's more of a thonker come back every once in a while game. I've been playing a game called Eternal Return, Eternal Survivor Black Return, Eternal Return Black Survivor, something. It's a combination of those four words, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't remember the title, but it's basically a battle royale MOBA style game. And it's a great time. I'm really enjoying it. I never really got into the battle royale stuff just because I suck. I have like zero APM. My my reaction times are horrible. I played one BR in my life. Like I don't. It's one of the older ones. I don't think it's that popular anymore. I forgot what it's called honestly, but I played one game. I got mad. Never played a BR again. But I'm enjoying my time. I'm definitely more comfortable playing top-down games than shooter games. I'll be honest. I don't think I need to play a shooter game for the rest of my life. Um, I have now matured into the boomer status of gaming at the early age of 22. So it's a rough gaming life. What can I say? But yeah, it's a great game. I enjoy it. It's very addicting and brings up a little bit of the old MOBA rage I used to feel as a kid, but in a nice, healthy way so far. But yeah, it's a great time. Just wanted to give a shout out to the two games I'm playing outside of the channel, because you probably would never see them in the channel. Um, but yeah, good games, good time. Let's talk about Higurashi though. Um, Hopefully this chapter we get our regularly scheduled translator on the track and not the substitute. I still don't know if it was janky. It felt janky to me. It might not be again. I haven't heard any reception on that idea since this is being recorded like right after, but we'll put it in the past if it's just a one-time thing, and let's enjoy ourselves. So the child consultation thing hasn't yielded noticeable results. Maybe it'll help in the future. But from that, Keiichi seems to have come up with a plan. Well, either that or he was just bluffing about him having a plan. But he's cooking something up for the gang, and hopefully it will be an exciting and successful strategy to save Satoko. And it seems like Teppei's patience / interest in Satoko is running out, so we have to deal with it soon before he seriously hurts Satoko. But let's get started. I forgot what chapter this is. 5 or 6. Oh. What POV we have? Keiichi's or Rika's? I'm betting Keiichi. We don't know, but we got the music. My classmates looked at me with surprise. Okay, there's Keiichi. Was I wrong? Who did I predict? I don't even remember. This is my failing memory at 22 years old. Just a repetition of that I mean, I consider myself fairly, and that I am horrible at everything I do. Let's just say, it's a tragic life. What can I say? I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. Let's auction off Satoko! Yo, wait. You know what? That actually isn't a horror. I was memeing, but like, it's not a horrible idea. I feel like Tepe would, because, you know, he likes money. For the right price, he would auction off his guardianship to Satoko. It's a good meme, but it's also like slightly possible, but that's not the plan, I'm guessing. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry, I had to wait for the drop. It's one of my favorite drops in the OST chats. How can you not love that? I stood at the front of the room and banged on the blackboard. I need to get their attention. Raising awareness. Everyone went quiet as soon as I brought up her name. They all knew how bad of a situation Satoko was in. Remembering what happened to her last year, they understood how critical it was that she get help as soon as possible. Everyone was thinking they wanted to save Satoko if they could. But they hadn't done anything because they didn't know what they alone could do.
今さら説明の必要もないと思う。知っての通り、聡子はもうこれで3日続けて学校に来てない。おじの野郎に連れ去られて3日目。今日も風邪だと電話してきやがったらしいが、それはありえない。診療所にはこの3日間、聡子が診察に訪れた記録は一切ないからだ。諸君、冷静に考えろ。3日も休むような重い風邪でどうして病院に連れて行かないなんてことがあるのか。
Rise up, Team Satoko. Young boy. Oh, remember they named shoot, I forgot his name in the hostage situation in Sumi Horoboshi. Like a random classmate had a name that we've never heard of before. Bring him back. He was cool. Influenza. Don't fall for Tepe's lies. The whole class agreed that it was a bit strange. Everyone had been thinking the same thing inside their hearts. However, no one had really come forward and talked about it. This was a good start. It's a bold claim.
それが前日まであれだけ元気で突然風邪で3日も寝込むだと。そんなことがありえてたまるか。これはもう疑いようがない。聡子が学校へ行けないようにしてるやつがいるからだ。
I mean, that is the truth.
もちろんこの異常な状況を学校は沖宮の生活相談所に連絡済みだ。
I bet Keiichi's gonna ask the children to like inform their parents about the situation and cause a whole Team Satoko rise up. That's what I'm thinking.
現在対応中の一点張り。踏み込んだ質問はすべてプライバシー保護でお話しできないのを繰り返した。諸君はどう思う？この対応は。
I skipped it.
レナはおかしいと思う。去年、聡子ちゃんのおじさんとおばさんがどんな仕打ちをしていたか、私たちが一番よく知っている。それにそもそも、聡子ちゃんはリカちゃんと2人で仲良く暮らしていた。それを無理やり連れ戻して、友達の誰にも会わせず、先生にすら会わせないなんておかしいと思う。
The sight of Rena letting her emotions speak for her when she was normally so quiet demonstrated most of all just how dire the situation was. Rena brought an intensity to this that I couldn't, since I often yelled and shouted about things.
このような異常な状況を俺たちは放置するのか。
Hell no.
聡子は仲間だ。クラスメートだ。俺たちはこの四角い一辺が8メートルもない狭い部屋で春夏秋冬のすべてを過ごし、家族と言っても差し支えない時間を共に過ごしている。共に学んだ、共に遊んだ、 共に飯を食い、時には喧嘩をしたりした。過ごす時間は劣っても、その濃密な関係は家族にも勝る。そんな第二の家族の危機を俺たちは見過ごせるのか。見過ごせる、見殺せるってやつは挙手をしてみろ。
Who's raising their hand?
いないな。
If anyone here watching this video is raising your hand, I'm gonna need to see you in the principal's office. We need a word with you.
いるわけないんだ。サトコを見殺しにするな。助けるんだ、俺たちが。
Mutter, 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 mutter! The class was filled with commotion, which is exactly what I was looking for. The louder I taught, the louder my classmates got. They were getting all fired up. The more I let my true colors show, the greater everyone's emotion became as well.
そして我が部はすでに動き始めている。
Our club is already making its move. That's such a great line.
サトコを救うためにはどうすればいいかを調べ、
Don't
すで
worry,
に行
young
動を開始している
ones.
のだ。
We have already made our move.
富田君、それがわかるか。
Tomita, dude, I keep forgetting which of the two likes. I think Tomita likes Satoko and Ukamura liked Rita.
いえ、わかりません。
よし、ならばその作戦を教えてやる。いや何、法律に逆らうってんじゃない。
Bam, bam, bam,
むしろ
bam,
法律に従
bam.
ってちゃんとルールにのっとって戦おうってんだ。
I'm telling you guys, I'm still saying it. The Akasaka save at the last minute. It's actually, I'm feeling it. I'm putting a hope coin, one of my hope coins on Akasaka saving the day. So, believe in that, dude. They gave him a sprite, man. Are you telling me he's not gonna come back in the story? This arc? I don't believe that.
世の中、実は成功法ほど効くものはない。裏技ってのは奇襲的で効果がありそうに感じるが、そんなのはびっくり箱なんかと同じ安っぽいもんだ。
I see what he's saying. Be up, sneak attacks are nice, It's what we call a sucker punch. It works, but it doesn't solve the situation. They usually just get mad at you or seek revenge later. You want to beat them fair and square, frontal assault, so they can't complain later and say, "Hey, I didn't see that coming. You saw it coming. You just couldn't stop the blows."
本当の成功法ってのはな、
Yo,
何でもぶち抜くぞ。
Keiichi knows what I'm talking about. He uses the punching metaphors too.
うん。空手なんかでも最も威力があるのは正拳突きだって聞いたことがある。
As a green belt 1 in karate, I mean, I technically am still a green belt 1. I used to take karate when I was 12, maybe, like 10 to 12, because my mother's side of the family were all karate people. Like, my uncle was one of the senseis who ran the karate place. I have a bunch of my cousins were like brown/black belts, which are like the high class ones. Even my mom was taking karate at a point. We were a karate family. It all kind of stopped eventually. I don't think we've passed on the karate tradition to the next generation after me, but well, to be fair, that generations are still like little tiny kids. But yeah, I know some karate. You wouldn't want to meet me in a dark alleyway. All right, I'm just saying. I can show you. I remember the 27 movements. I actually don't remember the 27 movements, but it's pretty close. I also I enjoy karate as a fighting style in the many fighting mangas I've read, even though it's kind of a static, more compact style sometimes, unless I forgot what it's called, the water boy karate style, where he kicks a lot. But yeah, usually it's like kind of just take the punches and also You know, it's not about dodging, it's about blocking, taking the blows, and then hitting them with a strong punch from a well-developed fist after doing bone/muscle training on the fist for a while. For hardcore karate people, not for I didn't do that. I mean, I went to a public karate, well, not public, a karate dojo in Canada, you know. It's more of a pastime exercise thing. Good times. Sorry. But yeah, I was thinking more about boxing. But yes, a karate straight punch, you know, especially again, a well-trained fist can easily break through a guard. Like, just the impact itself can shake your head, depending on, again, how much the fist is trained. And by trained, I mean, like, you know, I forgot what they're called. There's like board things, and you punch them, you know, and the good old tech where you break your fist a bit and then it reforms stronger than ever. I don't know how real that is, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing too. But the whole point of it is you like punch against a hard object for a while, and then eventually your fist knows that's coming when you're punching, so it automatically tightens your fist to match the hardness. So even when you're punching some guy that's like, you know, he's not as hard as like a stone or like a piece of wood, your fist will still tighten as you punch him, creating a really hard, solid blow that even if he blocks will probably hurt a lot. There's your lesson in punching karate style. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for letting me rant. That was a fun rant. Also, I just gotta say, if you're thinking about, oh, maybe I should, you know, you never know, maybe I should train my fist, do some muscle/bone training, and punch some hard objects. I would say do not do that. Make sure you read up on it, or like get some proper lessons, because you can, if you don't do it right, you're just actually gonna fuck up your hands for life. So be responsible. I've taught you the ways to knock out anyone in the world. Use that knowledge properly, my friends. Sorry, I ignored you, Mian. Let me read this quickly. It's a nice point.
だって私たちはサトコを助けるために正しいことをしています。裏からこそこそ行く必要なんてない。正面から堂々と乗り込んで倒す。
Even Shion's taking this new leaf. Okamura! I feel like it's been a while since we saw them, but we might have seen them in Sumi Horoboshi during the hostage situation. I just don't remember.
いいことを言うな、岡村君。確かにこいつは喧嘩だ。だがな、殴り合おうってんじゃないぞ。ちゃんとルールにのっとった正しい喧嘩なんだ。その前に、まずサトコを救うにはどうすればいいのかという最初の話に戻ろう。現状はこうだ。サトコがいる。おじがそれを監禁している。一昨日の時点ではサトコに外傷がなかったと相談所が言ってるが、昨日今日で虐待を受けていない保証にはならないぞ。
Besides, preventing her from going to school is already child abuse. That is true, I think. Actually, don't know. I feel like, because people got homeschooled too, so maybe it's just preventing her from getting an education. Check this out. This is a brochure that Mian brought from the Child Consultation Center. It's written clearly in here. Keeping a child away from school is abuse. On top of that, her uncle left Satoko on her own for a year. Also, I just want to say, so far the writing does not feel janky anymore. So I do think it was actually janky for a bit. I mean, it's still early on, but I'm just saying my senses aren't that twisted yet. That's considered neglect. Neglect also counts as abuse. However, the Child Consultation Center didn't even take that into consideration. They ignored the fact that he neglected her for 1 year, and they believe that she hasn't come to school because she's sick. They concluded that Satoko is not being abused because she has no obvious injuries at that point. What do you all think? He's pissed! We know it! You know Tomida's a Satoko fan. Rally up, rise up Satoko fans. It is our time to shine. Let's beat them up until they fix the issue. I'm joking, but
ミオンから聞いた内部の情報によると、虐待かどうかを判断するには2日3日程度の時間では足りないって言うんだ。虐待というのはもっと何年とか何ヶ月とか恒常的に続いて初めてそうだと認定するものらしい。
I hope that's not the case.
そこを慎重に見極めないといけないんだそうだ。これをどう思う？サトコを数ヶ月間もほったらかしにしようという判断が果たして慎重な判断と言えるのか？
By that time, everyone's going to be dead, so.
言えない！言えない！
No way.
そうだ！言えるわけがない！相談所にはサトコの置かれている危機感が伝わっていない！
Bam. Sorry, the drop's coming. Bam, 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 bam.
去年のサトコがどういう状況だったかが理解できていないんだ。だから様子見なんてのんびりしたことが言えるんだ。ならばどうする、富田君。
Kill him! Kill them all!
はい。問題となるのは生活相談所側の認識の甘さだと思います。
Chop them into pieces.
これについて事情をよく知る人間が説明する必要があると思います。
Mail their corpses to the government. Show them a message. You don't mess with Satoko or you get dead people. That's all I'm saying.
児童相談所の人が慎重に対応したいというのは平均的に見たら普通の対応なのかもしれない。でもそれはさとこちゃんには当てはまらない。おじさんは去年もさとこちゃんをいじめてた。おばさんとの夫婦喧嘩の八つ当たりをしていた。しかもそのおばさんが死んだ後はたった一人残されたさとこちゃんを放り出して蒸発してしまった。
It's funny that Renachi doesn't know that Rina and Teppei were a couple, huh?
しかもだ。
I mean, that would be what I think I think besides maybe Shen, everyone's kind of over the idea of killing a Teppei, but what if like they revealed that Rina and Teppei were actually planning on scamming Rena's dad? Then I feel like that could have been a trigger for Rena to kill them, but I do think we're kind of past that idea. We are rallied up.
そいつは沖宮の別宅に転がり込むためだったとの情報をキャッチしてるんだよ。その間残されたさとこはどうしてた？たまたまリカちゃんが一緒に住もうと申し出てくれたからいい。もしリカちゃんがいなかったらたった一人で生きていかなくちゃならなかった。
しかもだ、ひなみ沢に戻ってきた理由もその同居していた女が蒸発したかららしい。要するに捨てられたんだな。
I was also thinking about I mentioned it in a comment, but I was thinking about the possibility that the Sonozakis didn't kill her to set an example, because, well, I guess maybe it's not knowledge that Teppei and Rina were together, but you think they would know. So maybe it's like someone posing as the Sonozakis to bring Teppei back into the village to like sort of break up this perfect world for Rika, since the mastermind couldn't like cause paranoia to anyone because they were living so happily, so they brought Teppei back. It's just an idea. I don't know who it would be. I mean, it could be anyone, you know. Takano with their military skills plus mercenaries, Oishi with his police skills. I don't know, just an idea. You know, Oishi making Teppei, doing that to bring Teppei back to the village to use him as bait for the Sonozachis is also kind of hilarious, but who knows.
それでのこのこひなみ沢に戻ってきてサトコを無理やり連れ戻したってのはどう思う？しかも近所からはサトコが洗濯物を干しているところなどの目撃がある。つまりおじの野郎がサトコを連れ戻した理由はただ一つ。
Can't make Satoko do laundry. What kind of crime is that? She literally has the potential of assassinating every major political figure on the planet, and you're making her do laundry, Teppei. If you want to make Bane, you've had to continue treating Satoko right, so eventually she would become the master assassin that she's destined to become, and then you'd be her manager. It could have been a friendly deal, but you've squandered your opportunity, Teppei. It's very unlucky for you. And now you're gonna face the wrath of the students of Hinamizawa High School.
そんなの人として許せないです。この教室の中で1年も沖宮の別宅で好き勝手に暮らしてて、捨てられたからってひょっこり帰ってきて威張り腐ってるやつを親なんて思う人いる？
I'm memeing too much, by the way. I'm on a meme high. I'm gonna just push the story a bit. Let's go.
そんなやつは親じゃねえ。だが相談所はやつを親権者だと呼ぶ。親権を取り消すには家庭裁判所に訴えなければならないなんてのんびりしたことを言いやがる。親かどうかを決めるのは誰だ？裁判所じゃねえだろ。人としての常識が決めるんだ。だから言ってくるぞ。
It's a Zinder.
やつはサトコの親じゃねえ。
I like that sentence.
そしてそれをはっきりと児童相談所に説明する必要があるんだ。
公的機関の中でサトコが実際に暴力を振るわれる前に助けることができるのは児童相談所のみ。
I baited myself. I thought it was the drop.
警察は事件にならないと助けてくれないよ。
Also, this is important to note that this, I mean, this is based in the 1980s, so maybe the morals of society and the consultation center is different from today's work, but I don't know when this is actually written. It's definitely not written in the, it's probably written early 2000s, so it might actually not be that distant of a past for at least the representation of the consultation center.
事件になるまでサトコを見殺しになんてできる？
No way.
殺しになんてできない。だから俺たちはすでに立ち上がった。昨日俺たち部活メンバーはすでに沖宮の生活相談所に突撃した。
Now we hit the parliament.
そして連中は記録にこう書いた。北条サトコの件についてクラスメート5人から陳情ありってな。どういうことかわかるか？5人じゃ足りねえ。お前ら仲間を救うために力を貸せ。
That's good. That's actually good. If they simplify the matter, just bring numbers. Like what is the social worker gonna say when he sees the memo? 100 people come to talk about Satoko's abuse. It's actually a really smart idea, and it's pretty simple for to figure out. So kudos to Keiichi, otherwise known as K1 by Yo, that's Tay-Tay. That might not be your name, but that's what whenever I think of you, that's what I think of. I usually shorten names a bit, like Fawful without the numbers, and Natar. I don't know if you have anything after that, but I just say that. Foul Hunter. I think you have numbers too. Actually, you do not have numbers. But you know what? I take the liberty of shortening your names. I don't respect the numbers. I mean, I respect the numbers, but not enough to say them out loud and memorize them.
ここでやらなかったら男じゃねえ、仲間じゃねえ。戦い方は簡単だ。ただ俺の背中を守ってくれればいい。
Yeah, I mean, I said this before. If you get a bunch of villagers, then like, how can they ignore it? But Keiichi's, like, mine was pretty broad. Keiichi actually has a cohesive plan of
矢面には俺が立つ。部活メンバーが全火力を受け持つ。ただ俺たちの背中を守ってくれればいい。
Give me your energy. We're gonna create the Satoko bomb.
それだけじゃ我慢がならなきゃ吠えろ。ひなみ沢文庫のスピリッツってやつを思い知らせてやれ。
Yay! Chia!
灰原君、
You saw us rising up. We need your energy, Chia.
これは
Get hyped. Chia Sensei looked into the classroom, the commotion having attracted her attention. As soon as she tried to step inside the class, someone behind her stopped her. The principal?
校長先生。
We let this revolution happen.
千恵先生、お茶が飲みたいですな。入れてはくれませんかな。
It was a clear display of his intent to not disrupt Keiichi's speech.
いいんですか？クラスには小さな子供もたくさんいます。
Hey, we call it ride or die with Satoko.
もしもみんなで沖宮の相談所に押しかけようなんてことになったら、保護者の方に。
知恵。
Yo, a random Rita appears. Where did she come from? She just wasn't in the class.
フルデさん、これはどういうことなんですか？
This is what we call Operation C.
みんながサトコを助けるために頑張ろうとしてくれているのです。私は無力だからみんなの力を借りないと何もできない。でもそれを阻止しようとする知恵を食い止めるくらいはできる。
Rika whips out her broom. Her ultimate move, the broom spear. She had never seen Rita staring at her with an expression like that. She was surprised to see Rita looking so determined. Yeah, this feels so less janky. I think I'm not high, unless I was literally just high for that session. Could be true. I might have been high on life.
何を止める理由があるというのか。
Yeah, Chia.
校長先生。
Get out of here. Are you really part of the Satoko squad?
大いに結構。
Is this just actual proof that Chia is secretly the mastermind and she wasn't trying to help at all? She was just trying to appear to be helping? And that's why she's worried that we might actually convince the center to do something and ruin her plans? I'm catching a whiff of you, Chia. I do know that you're secretly Hanyu's evil sister in disguise, killing Rita to get back at Hanyu for taking the spotlight.
やれるところまでやってみなさい。それで責任を求められるなら、不詳この海江が全て責任を取る。
This principle is what we call based. The principal pounded his own chest. Chia-sensei couldn't object any longer.
わかりました。くれぐれも怪我人など出さないように。
We're rioting.
ルールとマナーを絶対に守ること。
Can't promise anything.
約束ですよ。
There will be death. No, I'm joking.
二人ともありがとうなのです。
千恵先生、よく思いとどまりました。
You have leveled up.
この年をして生徒には教えられることばかりです。よし、
Yosh.
覚悟を決めました。教え子は私の娘も同じ。娘をかばわぬ母はなし。
Nice.
よし、みんな今日の学校が終わったら各自速攻で帰宅し、 自転車で沖宮の図書館に集合だ。そこの1階奥が相談所になっている。
Pupils.
お待ちなさい。
Chia.
知恵先生、
先生、まさか俺たちを止めるつもりですか？
とんでもない。あなたたちの意志の強さはよくわかりました。社会のルールにちゃんとのっとって戦うなら、先生もみんなを支持します。皆さんがちゃんとお行儀よくするか、
Chia's ready to fight.
よろしいですね。
Okay. Alright, alright. Here we go, here we go. We're getting fired up. Let's have round 2 at the consultation officer, huh? You better have cleaned out your fridge, cause we're about to put your chopped up corpse in the fridge. It's so bad, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm too hyped up. We headed for the library as soon as we got back home from school. I'd expect that a few kids wouldn't show up, but surprisingly everyone came along. I could tell just how driven they were. It was also encouraging to have Chia-sensei with us there. I had to admit that I had been feeling a bit guilty for dragging everyone to the consultation center. But as long as Chia-sensei was with us, I didn't need to feel that guilt. Put the pressure on.
前原さん、窓口までお越しください。
You know they're cheesed. What, you think you can stonewall me? I brought the frickin' jackhammer.
はい、前原です。
今日はどういったご用件でしょうか。
相談表に書いた通りです。北条聡子の保護に緊急性があることを陳情に来ました。
何人でお越しですか。皆さんどういったご関係でしょうか。
聡子のクラスメート全員と引率教師です。
27. Put that on your report.
相談室がそんなに広くないもので、できれば代表の方だけでお願いしたいのですが。
No.
なら会議室とかの広い部屋を用意したらどうですか。
Yo. Rena.
部屋に合わせるんじゃなくて私たちに合わせるべきだと思います。
That's actually a zinger and a half. I don't know how true that is in most situations, but it's definitely it's a nice hook punch through the guard, is what I like to say. Straight to the face.
お待ちください。
Don't use the reception notes as messages, or you get slapped. The receptionist seemed troubled. She told us to head back to our seats and started making a phone call to someone.
レナさんってやりますね。今のはプロの私でも絶妙だと思うタイミングの脅しでした。
It was a great zinger.
それって多分褒め言葉じゃない。
Rena is good at reading other people's minds. Sometimes she can use that talent against the enemy to intimidate them. A strange atmosphere permeated the office. It must have been the first time a whole class has visited on behalf of one child. It was as though we were out here for a school trip. Yo, we brought out the manager. We brought out the manager, dude. If this doesn't work, just bring more people. Bring the parents. You think you can stop us? We're enemies always. We always get each other's backs.
どうぞ皆さんおかけください。
Oh.
本日はご多忙の中押しかけさせていただき
They even brought out the drums. The war drums.
ひなみ沢文庫の知恵と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
They were treating us so differently now that we had 5 times as many kids plus 1 adult. Instead of that small consultation room, they took us to a big meeting hall. On top of that, the manager was there alongside the man from yesterday. Dude, he's sweating. You know he's sweating there.
では代表の前原君に譲ります。
Alright, Maibara. Let's see it. You need to whip out a nice speech. No more Mr. Politeness. I thought that was the right approach too, but we've seen yesterday that guy has a strong guard. Man's been practicing that guard for years. We need a break through that guard, and we need some skillful blows from Maibara. Mr. Maibara. She just sat down at the far end of the table. She was just here to look after us. Besides, like I said, we're the ones who were going to fight. It was fine if Chia-sensei stayed there and watched us quietly.
代表の前原圭一です。よろしくお願いします。
ですね。昨日前原さんとお友達の方5人がお見えになって、北条聡子さんの件で貴重なご意見を受けたまわったとのお話は聞かせていただいております。
If this doesn't work, I feel like Mion's just gonna have to dab her family name in to assert true dominance and deal with Oryu later. Might have to pull out. That's our super secret trump card, which obviously we can't pull it out, but if any of the Sonozakis are willing to. I guess mainly Mion, but I feel like if Shion did it too, it would probably be enough.
本日はそれとは別のお話でしょうか。
Nah, we're here to beat the issue into your heads. I hadn't expected that they would start the conversation. What were they thinking? Ooh, they have a plan of attack? They have a plan of attack? Sneaky. He's not just... You know, he had a strong guard, but weak attacks, you know, bringing out his citation and his laws. Whatever, that barely brushed us. Manager, he has his manager now, though. They have a real strategy.
自分たちに非があるのかないのか分かりかねてて、出方を探ってるみたいだね。
ケイちゃん、ここは今日来た理由を強めに言って、非が向こうにあることをアピールすべきです。
We need to approach it differently though, because they can just give their standard response. My friends were analyzing the situation behind me. It felt like I was having a meeting with the president of a foreign country. Actually, that wasn't far from the truth. I was sort of the prime minister. I was representing the whole class. I needed to be polite, but stern. Yes. I can't think of a prime minister joke. We have a prime minister. How many places? I don't know the diversity throughout the world of prime ministers and presidents. Canada is a prime minister system though. And by system I mean they're exactly the same thing almost. Position wise, not how their position works, but title wise I guess. Okay. What kind of angle are we going for? Uppercut? Liver blow? Solar plexus sneaky attack? Alright. I trust Mion. You know, we're Team Satoko, especially this arc. But I'm just saying, I also have a Team Mion card in my back pocket. Just to come in handy. Mion gave me her attack plan. This really is how Mion operates best. If she's weak on the defense, then I can bear the brunt with impotence, while Mion issues perfect orders from behind. I have no idea. It's a weird one. I took my friend's analysis and advice in consideration and calmly opened my mouth. You don't start the tempo, we start the tempo.
今日私たちが来たのは昨日お話がしっかり伝わっているかどうかを確認したかったのです。申し訳ございませんが、昨日私たちがお話しした内容を把握されているかお教えください。
This is actually a good test to see how much the worker cared. Because I was kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt. It's like, oh, maybe, you know, these guys are just saying he doesn't really care much or past the basics. I thought, like, he could care. Let's see. I have a feeling he didn't.
箇条書きを読み上げる程度で結構ですので。
They became quiet for a second. It might have only been a short time, but the silence felt much longer than that. I could see the manager's expression turning serious. He thought he was just dealing with a social studies class, but suddenly his response changed to that of one dealing with a protest group of local citizens. Alright, you know, he thought we were in a sparring match. No, we're in the real match right now.
私どもの方では北条聡子さんが一時保護等を受けるべき辛い事情にあり、その対応を急ぐべきであるとの訴えがあったものと認識しております。その際、当方の職員から決して傍観ではなく、現在対応を協議中である旨を説明させていただいたと思います。
北条聡子の叔父が去年の時点でも虐待をしていたという事実を加味した上でも緊急に対応する
Alright,
必要がない
trading
と思います。
blows. It's a steady battle right now. That was a good response from the manager.
ですね。去年の時点では北条哲平氏が
That was the
対
problem.
応を行っていたという情報は当方では
I forgot who brought it up last time, but someone brought up the past records, which wasn't really responded to because we were just Gatling gunning the guy, but they don't actually have reports about Tepe's abuse because they never really, because he kind of dipped and they didn't have time to actually analyze the situation properly and record it. Mutter, 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 mutter.
はあ？去年のあんたたちは何をやってたんですか？
But Daichi's pissed. We're lashing
お
out.
じおば夫婦で共にいじめてたんです。
It's a wild fight. He lost the composure.
まさかおばだけがいじめてたって認識じゃないですよね。
本来なら個人情報なので申し上げられないことですが、皆さんには特別にお話しします。去年の件では叔母の玉江氏と聡子さんにトラブルがあったことは確認しておりますが、
I
叔
wanna.
父が関わったという認識はありませんでした。
I do want to say, I think, I don't know the statistics, but if two guardians and one of them is being abusive to the child, you would assume if the other one is not reporting the abuse, which Tepe wasn't, that they either also abused or were just complacent and didn't do anything, which is also... It's kind of abuse. It's like offhand abuse, but probably enough to warrant a disqualification of guardianship, in my opinion.
実際ご近所の方からの聞き込みでも玉江氏にややヒステリックな傾向があるとは聞けましたが、叔父である哲平氏の名前が出たことは一度もありません。
それはおばさんが特に陰湿だったから目立っただけだと思います。
It was a good response, though, from a manager man. I should say his name. He actually has a name.
おじさんがいじめていないという証明にはならないと思います。
It's not a great, it's not a great statement from Rena, the second one, you know, because it's just a belief statement. But what I just said before, in like if you just use that statement in other contexts, it's kind of weak. But what I said before about the pair of abusers thing or whatever, I literally just said a minute ago. It kind of works well.
なるほど。では、
Harayama.
去年の時点でも哲平氏は児童に虐待を加えていた可能性があると。
At least offhand abuse, in my opinion. The manager and staff beside him jotted that down with a pen as if to show that it was their first time hearing the information.
つまり私たちが来たのはそういうことです。相談所に状況把握が正しく行われていないからです。聡子が置かれている状況をちゃんと理解できたなら、これがどんなに緊急性のある問題かすぐにわかるはずです。
なるほど、お話はわかりました。哲平氏の件については 改めて調査させていただきます。
I mean, that's
昨
nice
日もお
words.
話ししましたが、おじは1年間育児放棄をしていたはずです。それについて昨日はお返事がいただけませんでしたが、相談所さんはどうお考
We're
えですか？
pressing them. It's nice to press a fire from Rena.
もちろん当方でも鉄平氏が1年間自宅を開けられていた件は把握しており、それについて鉄平氏にもお尋ねしています。
What was his response? Because I feel like last time we talked, he says that they were still investigating.
でおじのやつはそれになんて回答したんです？プライバシーで話せない点でしょうけど、それは聡子を1年間ほったらかすに値する回答だったわけですよね。おじが沖宮で別宅を勝手に構えて1年間ほったらかす理由になるってんなら、その旨一筆入れてもらいたいです。
そうなんですか？
Ooh.
私どもは鉄平氏が聡子さんを養育するためにやむなく出稼ぎに出ていたという説明を受けておりますが、
Bruh.
そのようなお話は初耳です。
Imagine Tepe working. That's the funniest part. Good one. What the hell? They just believe that crap? That is pretty dumb. I don't know how it works though. I feel like there would be, for this sort of thing, there should be like investigators. But I was gonna say private investigators, but I guess since it's a government thing, you wouldn't. It'd just be like normal investigators.
初耳だって言うなら、聡子ちゃんは今日で3日続けて休んでいます。
Must be a rough cold.
昨日から風邪という連絡は来ていますが、村に唯一の入江診療所に聡子ちゃんが診察に訪れた証拠はありません。
That's the zinger, right? Last time he was like, oh, well, maybe she does have the cold. She didn't go to the clinic.
3日も寝込むような病気で病院へ通わ
This
せ
is
ない
so hype.
親の対応をどうお考えですか？
It's like a rebound from last time. Last one was good. It felt a little weird. This one's just hype incarnate.
いえ、1日を休まれたのか確認しておりますが、3日も続いているとは。
What? You didn't know about 2
それも
days?
初耳です。
We told you about 2 days in a row.
ただですね、私どもの職員が直接お伺いし、聡子さんに虐待の事実確認をして本人の否定を得ています。鉄平氏と一緒に今後も住み続けたいですかとの問いにイエスのお返事をいただいておりますわけで。
How are we countering this? They're saying she's just holding out for Satoshi. I don't know how good of an excuse that is.
本人が虐待はないと言ったら、それで虐待は
That's
ないことになるん
great.
ですか？
That's a great response.
そこがですね、難しい。
I feel like that was a great response, honestly.
虐待というのは児童本人にとってそうであるかどうかがとても重要なんです。
Huh. That's an interesting question. But I feel like in the general sense, we kind of have a nice definition of abuse. Obviously, there's a lot of types, but enough to identify them, to have people who deal with abuse issues. So actually, if a child is facing abuse but they don't feel it's abuse, I mean, it's a factor, but it's not like a factor that should overwrite evidence of abuse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting statement, but I don't think it's actually that strong of a statement.
いじめの定義と同じですね。やってる方がいじめだと思わなくても、受けている方がいじめだと思えば、それはいじめなわけです。
That's actually a good response, but it feels like a different situation. But I guess it's not. Huh. It's pretty interesting. They're both saying the same thing, but this one feels a little weird, doesn't it? Huh. Maybe it's because they're switching the roles to the key. I guess it's basically saying, well, what if a person it's like, while the abuser may not believe they're abusing, it's abusing if the recipient believes it is. Which actually sounds a lot better than what if the person being abused does not believe it's abused. That's interesting. It's just a word thing, but it sounds better in your head if you change the focus to the inflictor of whatever it is. Interesting. It's kind of neat, in my honest opinion.
それはつまり、さとこちゃんが自分で私はおじに虐待を受けています。助けてくださいって言わないと
It just feels
助けら
wrong.
れないという意味ですね。
But maybe I'm just overthinking what a consultation center does. Maybe they just can't investigate properly and stuff, but that doesn't really make sense. I don't know.
いえ、だからそこまで極端には申しておりません。もちろん相談所で客観的に判断して児童の健全な育成に支障があると判断したときには緊急の判断をすることもあります。ですが、さとこさんは現在それほど危機的な状態にはないと考えています。
No urgency at this point. That was exactly how the Child Consultation Center felt about Satoko's case. Did we just hit you with some new tech and you're not taking it that much? Look, we got the backup. Our classmates who had been watching this discussion burst into an uproar. Tomita,
危機的な状態
rise
にない
up.
なんてよく言えますね。どうしてそうだと断言できるんですか？
具体的に申し上げますと、さとこさんが直接間接の暴力を受けていないことによりますし、本人も虐待の事実を否定しています。
And you better have more stuff than that.
また、衣食住の3つが与えられていて、最低限の生活は保障されていることも大切です。
Man, if you just read that without the context, it's actually like, you know, I like to look at things in a broader perspective, and I can kind of understand if this was fully the case why they wouldn't, but we just gave them a bunch of new information about Tepe, so I mean, I guess they can't confirm it, but I feel like they're being way too stern on not helping Satoko after all this new information still.
客観的に判断して、鉄平氏は親権者としての責務を全うしていないと断言できるレベルではありません。鉄平氏もさとこさんも現在の生活に不満は申しておりませんでした。
This is a solid comeback though. I want to see how we overcome it.
鉄平氏の去年の接し方やこの1年間の話は今後指導していく余地があると思いますが、とりあえずですね、皆さんにはちょっとお耳に痛い話になるかと思いますが、虐待があるというのは正直なところ少々皆さんの過剰な反応ではないかと思います。
It's kind of piss people off.
過剰な反応ですか？
落ち着いて圭一君。向こうの攻撃は軽く受け流して様子を見よう。
Regroup. He just hit us with a nice 1-2 combo, and he snuck a little eye jab in the second combo, stunned us a bit.
くそ、なんだって向こうは急にいたけ高になったんです。どうやら私たちの言う緊急性というやつが全て去年の出来事に基づいてると判断したようだね。
I see. The consultation center was assuming that this year's case and last year's case were two separate issues. On top of that, Satoko was denying the abuse entirely.
鉄平氏も1年間出稼ぎで家を
Shut
空けて
up.
さとこさんに苦労をさせたことを
Tepe
非常
working
に
for
悔やんでおられ
Satoko.
ます。今後は唯一の肉親としてさとこさんに愛情を注ぐと言われております。
Bang. Shion? It's Tomita. Not Tomataki. Tomita. Somebody just pounded the table. Everyone, including the manager, was startled. I figured it must have been Shion, but it's Tomita. It's Rena! Oh no. Do we know Rena? Rena has the moves when she's pissed off. See ya, manager. Whoa, her face had turned as fierce as a demon's.
子供は親の元で育つのが一番です。家族愛によってしか育めないものがたくさんあります。
Shut up. I mean, it's kind of true, but like, they're not her parents, and she's been happy with Rita, so.
私どもが聞いているところによると、1年間、聡子さんは未成年者と共に生計を共にし、大人の保護下にない生活をしていたことになっています。これは多感な成長期にある聡子さんにとって将来への大きな損失です。
What about the other kid?
皆さんはお友達的な感情からその方が幸せだと思われているかもしれませんが、どうか鉄平氏と聡子さんが
Stop it,
例
dude.
の間柄でもう一度新しい生活をやり直すのを温かく見守っていただけないでしょうか。
It honestly hurts my heart. It also hurts my mouth. I've been smiling so much this episode.
あんた、今日の私たちが何の話をしてるのか聞いてました？
つまり聡子本人が助けてくださいって言い出すまで
Such
周
a
りで誰が何人騒ごうと聞く耳は持たないってわけで
We
す
need a secret attack. We need Rita to say something. But she said she wouldn't be saying anything, so unless we're doomed. We need to put a nice little 1-2 meep, followed it up with a nice knee paw to the rib.
お前それだったら監禁されてる聡子の場合どうやって助けを求めるんだよ。
It's a great point.
おじに見張られてて外出もできず電話もできない。
This is a nice sneak attack. It's an overhead,
そんな状況で聡子がどうやって助けてって言えるんだよ。
followed by a shuto to the neck, which is a karate chop.
助けを求められない聡子に代わって俺たちが助けを求めてるんじゃねえか。
It's a front kick.
それに聞く耳はねえってそう言いやがるん
Oh
だな。
no.
いや、だからそうは言いません。
Can we just dab with the Sonozaki name already? Just end this, please, Mian. Just take some fingernails off. I'm sorry. It's worth the sacrifice. This is too rough.
クラスの皆さんがこうして20人以上もいらっしゃって、聡子さんの実情を訴えられた事実はないがしろにしません。
You literally just told us we should accept and like accept be more accepting of Tepe, dude. You're not winning any of us over.
もちろん今日の件は聡子さんへの対応を決める上で必ず考慮し
Bro,
ます。
he's scared. It's getting heated in here. I would be scared too. You have like 27 angry kids here. We can actually mess you up. Just saying.
その対応はいつ決まるんですか？
Ooh.
その対応が決まるまでに聡子ちゃんが虐待を受けない保証は誰が出すんですか？もしも聡子に何かあったらあなたが責任を取るの。
Wait. Rita's in. Rita's in. Oh, come on, Rita. We need something. Some sauce from you.
聡子にあざが一つでもついてみろ。ただじゃおかねえぞ。
シオンさん、言い過ぎです。
No! I thought Chia was gonna hit us with an alley-oop. Come on, Chia. Get into the spirit of things.
係長さん、その対応を決める期限を教えてください。
そうだ対応を検討するっていつまでのんびりと検討する気なんだよ。
ですから聡子さんのためにも慎重な対応を決めなければなりません。当然そのためには今後も本人と鉄平氏への面接を重ね、より良い親子、いえいえおじ姪の関係が築けるよう是正していきます。
You're so indirect. How can you take all these hits and still have this guard up? It's honestly commendable at this point, how good he is.
どうか聡子さんのためを思えばこそ もうしばらくの間温かく
Say
見守ってあげることは
Sonozaki.
できないで
Say
しょうか。
Sonozaki. Please just say it. We need a finisher. It's too much. There's too much stamina.
一つさとこさんのためにもご趣旨をお汲み取りいただけますと助かります。
Nope.
それは私たちは緊急に保護するべきだという訴えに対し緊急性はないというお返事だと読み取らせていただいて
I love
結構なん
that.
ですね。
That's a dude. Rena has the zingers. I've been saying that all along. I was starting to get lost in what they were trying to say, but Rena's words made me realize everything. We came here to tell them they need to protect her right away, but they clearly told us they didn't see any reason to do so.
もちろん緊急性がある可能性もあることは皆さんからのお話でよくわかりました。
Listen, buddy, are we gonna have to bring more people here? Wanna get your office assaulted day after day with people? I think that's a good strat, but we don't know how long the attrition battle will work. And like, who knows how powerful this Harayama guy is? Because we don't actually have that much time. Who knows when Satoko might be hurt.
ですので緊急性があるか否かもう一度よく検討してみようと思います。どうか本日はそんなあたりでご理解をいただけないでしょうか。
Oh boy. At first glance, it sounded like they were speaking humbly, but our insistence of the urgency of Satoko's situation was spinning their wheels. They had no intention of meeting us halfway. Right, they are officials. Plus, they have authority that can change the life of an individual like Satoko. Considering that, being a little overcautious and carefully deliberating matters wasn't the wrong response for them. And I would have understood that if it wasn't so personal. That's what I want to say too. If we didn't know about Teppei and Satoko, and this was their response, like in a situation I'm not really familiar with it's kind of reasonable, to be honest. But when you get all this information, plus we already know about the situation a lot, it does make you mad. But in reality, Satoko had no time to spare. We could see that because we understood everything. We knew how Satoko would reject me after I rubbed her head because of the horrible thing she got from her uncle. Did we switch to Rika view? I thought we were Keiichi view. I think we are Keiichi view. I think he's just remembering Tati. Yeah, okay. So he is actually just remembering the Higurashi thing. That nightmare would come true in just a few days. That nightmare, I knew I should save her, but I just wasted my time. Okay, no, this is Rita. Never mind. I wasn't going to make the same mistake. I had to make a move immediately. We'll see. I don't know. I can't tell who it is. Oh, no, it is Keiichi. It is Keiichi for sure. Okay.
お話ししたいことはすべて話せましたか？
Hell no, I wrote a whole notebook.
はい。
Oh, never mind.
では以上になります。
We'll be back tomorrow.
本日はご多忙中、お時間をお割きく
You
だ
had
さ
to
いま
hit
し
him
て
with that.
誠にありがとうございま
I
す。
know it's not ideal, but I think a war of attrition is actually, like, we have a time limit, so it's not great. But it's also, like, puts so much pressure coming every day.
はい、皆さんお礼をしてください。
No.
委員長号令。
どうもありがとうございました。
We did it. Okay. You know what? You survived their blows. We'll see you tomorrow.
いえ、こちらこそ貴重なご意見を本当にありがとうございました。
Not gonna hit him with that? I think we should. But I guess it's a stalemate, as per usual. Where are we? Oh, we're back at the school.
オッケー、みんなお疲れさ
I guess it would be an inconvenience to everyone else.
ん。気をつけて帰りなね。
Well, it didn't work, but it was hype as fuck. We all came back to Hinamizawa together, and it was time for us to part. As the class president, Mion gave everyone the notice we were dismissed. However, everyone stuck around to talk about what happened today. We came back to Hinamizawa on our bikes, so we didn't really get to talk with each other. Now that we got it off of them, we finally got to say what we wanted.
みんな初めての経験なんだよ。全員で力を合わせてクラスメートのために戦うという経験が。
なんだかダム戦争の時みたいですね。こういう盛り上がり方は。
Yeah, we call this the Satoko conflict. Or the Tepe conflict. I don't know which one sounds better.
そうだね。考えてみれば、ここにいる子たちの一部はダム戦争を覚えていても参加したわけじゃないだろうしね。まあ、あの時より紳士的ですよ。誰も血を流さないし、火炎瓶もなければ機動隊もいないし。
No bombs.
団結はひなみ沢の花なのです。
そうだね。おじさんも久しぶりに血がたぎってきたよ。
The people in Hinamizawa all got together to fight against the dam project. Everyone was working together as a team means a lot to the villagers here.
1人には2人で石を投げ、2人には4人で、4人には8人で、1000人には村すべてで立ち向かえ。
I don't remember that line from somewhere. Forgot which arc though.
何？ことわざ？
ああ、大昔に大ババ様が言ったとかいう言葉です。村全体で結束して戦えっていう劇なんだそうで。
Probably watch Minagoroshi, I think.
一人には二人で戦い、1000人には村全体で。なるほどな。常に団結して敵を圧倒しろってことか。
それだけの意味ではありませんよ。団結して戦うという意味はもちろんですが、一人のために村全体で結束して戦えという意味も含まれています。個人の痛みを全員で共有して我が身と思って戦おうというのが本来の意味ですね。
なんだかすごい。今の私たちにはすごく重みのある言葉ですね。
ってことはつまりそういうことさ。俺たちの戦い方は実にひなみ沢的だってことじゃねえか。
Satoko is life. What can I say?
なるほどな。みんながこうして全員で協力してくれたのは俺の演説に感動したからじゃなくて、そういう団結の土壌があったからなんだな。
The classmates were all still sticking around and discussing the issues surrounding Satoko. Dude, we should put some damn construction strats, you know? Do those loud noise speakers and stuff. For some of them, this was like a return of the dam conflict and also a big chance for those who never experienced it. It also felt like a festival. Most of them thought we didn't make much progress today, though. Kamida's cheese. Look at that aggressive stance.
結局今日のって北条を助けないぞっていう
Listen,
最終回答なわけですよね。
it was round, well, it's technically round 3, but it's like round 1 with the united Hinamizawa forces.
そこまで致命的に言ったわけじゃないが、見殺しって意味ではそうだろうな。
僕たちは近所だから、あいつがどんなやつか昔からよく知ってます。
I didn't know that.
あいつは普通じゃないですよ。
相談所があいつのことを何も分かっていないのがよく分かったです。今日のこれきりで終わりにしたらダメだと思います。
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun seemed serious. They weren't just supporting me, they wanted to make a move themselves.
僕たちも北条を助けるためにもっと頑張らないといけないと思います。
いいなし
Peachy, Ren, and Okamura. Ooh, look at those combinations. It's hard to believe that these are the same innocent kids who are always running around the school. I'm really happy to see them so motivated.
ああ、当然だぜ。サトコは仲間だ。絶対に助け出す。そのためにどうかまた力を貸してくれ。
水臭いですよ前原さん。これはクラスメートとしての務めです。前原さんに頼まれたから戦うことじゃない。僕たちが自発的に参加しなければならない戦いなんです。
おお富田君もなかなか言うようになったね。
That's what I like to see.
明日もまたみんなで押しかけますか。
That's what I said. Piss them off.
手を休めたくないところだね。
Yeah, it's an attrition game now, baby. How much pressure can we put? We should escalate every single day, bring up a couple more people, make a show of it, you know? Because we don't have an unlimited amount of time, but I think we have enough days to shake them a bit.
継続は力なりって言います。
And it's good because, you know, Rika's like, oh, it's the only difference is this is happening earlier. Yeah, well, the early days are coming into play now.
私もレナさんに同感です。でも今日と同じメンバーでまた押しかけても
Yeah, we
ま
need
たかで終わりだね。
bring Keiichi's parents there. The famous artist, Keiichi's father. How can they ignore us now?
今日が効果的だったのは昨日よりも大人数で押しかけてきたって点なんだからさ。
じゃあ今日よりももっと大勢で行けばいいってことかな。
I know it wouldn't work, but I just thought of like bringing a bunch of like the Sonozaki Yakuza to meet them. How sweaty would that get? Rena turned back towards everyone as she spoke. We all understood what she was trying to say. Not all children from Hinamizawa go to the Hinamizawa branch school. Oh, more kids. Around half of them go to the school in Okonomiya. Those children are not our classmates, but they're still our friends from around the neighborhood. Hinamizawa is a small village after all. They know Satoko as well as we do, and they also know what's going on with her right now. Rumors spread at the speed of light in Hinamizawa. I can tell that by now everyone in this village knows about my embarrassing history of undergoing punishments. Yep. Dude, if we have Daisuke on our team, it's a sure win. Thanks, young boy. Yeah, I've heard great rumors about him in the around town, you know, those light speed rumors.
俺も帰ったら友達みんなに電話する。沖宮の学校なんだから図書館はすぐ近くだし。そうだそうだ。
Yeah.
そうしようそうしよ
う。いい流れになってきたね。まあケイちゃんの生演説がないからバイトはならないだろうけど、もう10人くらいは増えそうな予感だね。
It's a good start.
私も子供会 OB の人とかに声をかけてみる。多分3人くらいは来てくれると思う。
Bro, bring Mr. Lanky Kasai there. He just brings a whole new level of intimidation.
私も学校の友人に声をかけてみます。
Okay.
ただ、サトコや事情を知らない人たちなので、私の交友関係程度でせいぜい4人くらいです。
子供以外の戦力ってのはやっぱり絶望的なのか。
Can bring like Rena's dad and Keiichi's parents. Maybe they care.
懲戒関係は北条家には関わりたくない人が多いね。
It's just the super involved people, huh? I feel like if Rika asks, though, they would help, but I don't know. They wouldn't like want to help, but they would, because you know it's Rika.
ダム戦争以来のしがらみがあるんだよな。ならお年寄りはどうだ。
I mean, those are the people.
リカちゃんの方で神社に出入りするお年寄りに声をかけられないか。
That's what I was thinking.
お年寄りの方が
Yeah.
もっとサトコに冷たいのです。
お社様のたたりを盲信してる連中ほど北条家のことを罰当たりだと信じてますからね。
It's a long epi. And it's also a second epi. We'll roll with it though.
やっぱり子供の力までが限界なのか。レナ、これで何人くらいになった？
17人だよ。全員が来てくれるとは思えないけど、それでも40人に迫る人数になるね。
They're gonna need a bigger room.
40人も集めるなんて、さすが圭一なのです。
なんだよリカちゃん、40人で足りてるのか？
I grinned and tapped Rita's chest.
足りねえな。
Yeah, we need triple digits.
20人以上で押しかけて、ああいう対応だった相手をノックアウトするには
It would be
40人
great
じゃ足りねえんだ。
if we can get Oryu support and rally the village and just have the whole village march into the center. We need some escalation.
もう20人くらいは欲しいところだぜ。
確かに60人も押しかけたら相当ビビるだろうけど、そんな人間どこから引っ張ってくるわけ？
Yo, we asked the Hinamizawa fighters and the Otonomiya Titans. We have the connection with the pitcher guy, you know, he can hook us up. That's already enough people. Get some of the maids at Angel Mort. You know, we can squeeze a couple. I don't know, you think Irie and Takano might help Rita if she just asks, but also Rita just told them they can go die or whatever, so maybe they're actually not fans of us anymore. Of Rita anymore, at least.
俺を侮ってるな。
But I mean, normally Tomotaki might come because he's our friend. At least, kind of.
俺の名前は前原圭一。俺がやると言ったら必ずやる。
Just some thoughts. I'm sleepy. Can we get a break? It's Angel Mort.
説明は以上だ。亀田君。
Yo, they actually talked about... Dude, I called it, dude. He's making his triumphant return.
明日の夕方に第三波攻撃を仕掛ける。
Bring the Titans. Please.
力を貸してくれ。
Bro, his sprite is so ugly. But you know what? If you're joining the Satoko rescue operation, I will welcome you. You are a national level pitcher. It's a great trait. Yeah, we had some serious male bonding.
兄弟のちぎりにも勝る。だから俺も K に力を貸したいっすよ。
You're the only one I'm letting. You know what? You can call me K. It's fine. I'll accept it.
明日だけはダメなんです。
Okay. What is that sprite?
なんだと？
Come on, dude. Clear your sketchy.
なんだよ。どうしてだよ、亀田。お前、リアル少女の危機にも立ち上がれないのか。貴様、二次元戦士の誇りはどうした？
2D.
貴様を修正する。歯を食いしばれ。
Take my punch. I think I've expended. Oh god, we actually beat him up. That's what I like to see, Keiichi. We don't bluff. I think I've memed so much in this episode, I have expended my energy.
待ってください、ケイさん。俺の言い分も聞いてくださいよ。俺も普段の日だったら手伝いたいです。
Is it the dessert fiesta?
そりゃ俺もメイド姿のさとこちゃんに惚れてますし、普段ならあの目で睨まれながら罵られるなんて最高ですよ。
Where did that come from? What are you? Ew. Litter socks, dude? It's not even a foot fetish, it's a sock fetish. Like, not even socks. Like, socks without feet in them. I skipped! You know what? We won't repeat that line. Jesus.
言ってみろ亀だ。てめえ、親の葬式程度だったら奥歯の3本は覚悟しやがれ。
Yeah, come on. Your parents aren't even named. I mean, Keiichi's aren't, but they're named in my heart. I mean, they are named. Dude, I knew it was the dessert fiesta. Dude, let's have the dessert fiesta at the consultation center.
Nani?
Yeah, it's a rough life. Look at his mouth, how big it opens. Yes, yes. Okay. Ah, good for you, buddy.
他の誰も誘いません。K さん、俺と一緒にデザフェに行きましょう。そして俺と一緒に生クリーム少女たちをベロベロ食べ放題っす。
I remember in the beginning, I thought this guy really. I mean, he is a sweetaholic, but I guess he likes girls more than cakes and desserts and stuff. I thought he was like a dessert fetishist, but I think he just might be a normal fetishist, which kind of lowers my opinion. You know, I would respect you more if you browsed the food porn page. It's a unique trait, and I respect that, but I do respect how ugly you look in your sprite facial expressions, though. That is definitely a treat. Oh, you're dead, bro. Jesus Christ. You're helping us, whether you like it or not. Rena was here the whole time? What the heck?
とりあえず明日だけは許してあげてもいいんじゃないのかな。
かな。
いやダメだ。今日は勘弁だな。亀だってめえ。ケーキとリアル少女天秤にかけやがったな。
Well, he's weighing cakes and people cosplaying over a real little girl. Doesn't really make it much better, but
少女を大切にできるからケーキをめでる資格があるのだ。そもそも貴様は貞子の良さが分かってない。まるで分かってない。いいか、そもそも貞子の魅力は一見ツンツン、フラグが立つとデレデレのツンデレにある。
Ah, yes. What a description.
ツンデレ最大の魅力はツンとデレの格差にあるのは貴様も知っているはずだ。
I'll be honest, I'm not actually a super big fan of the tsundere character archetype. Now, I don't really look at Satoko as a tsundere. I mean, she's like she definitely has that feature, but it's not like overwhelming. Like the classic tsundere, when I think of one, is like Rin from Fate. And I'll be honest, I know everyone loves her. I kind of hate her. I think she's pretty blah. Besides appearance-wise, obviously, she looks pretty good. But like, yeah, not a fan of it. But Satoko, I guess, is an exception. Probably because I don't even think of her much as a tsundere.
普段はツンツンしてて色気のかけらもないのに、スイッチが入ると途端にデレデレ。
Yeah.
このオンオフの段差こそが魅力なんだよ。
Okay.
それはまさに前半と後半でシナリオがガラッと変わる日暮らしそのものじゃないか。つまり聡子こそはミス日暮らし。
Good one.
そこに今や定番のスパイス妹味が加わり、しかも属性は総受け。程よい反抗心は実に心地よく、恋愛依存症っぽいヒロインが氾濫するこの世界に颯爽と降臨したニュージェネレーション。
I have no idea what you said, but I respect what you just said. Also, new generation.
どのくらいすごい降臨かってと、あれだ、金色の野に姫姉様が降臨するくらいすげえぞ。
Oh,
神
boy.
じゃねえからな。ウプウプとかパス希望とか言ってんじゃねえぞ。
I don't get the reference.
その魅力を分からずに貴様なんだ。二次元戦士の誇りはないのか。何？ポリゴンの発達で今は疑似三次元だと。100年早いわ。ヒロインがわずか8色で256個のドットで表現されていた時代の先人たちは、そこに愛と萌えを見出してより高い次元へ思いを昇華させてきたのだ。
I don't know what's happening, but we're getting a nice Keiichi speech with a lot of meta elements. It's weird.
それは全て二次元への逃避ではない。現実の女性を愛するがゆえの愛の昇華。ヴィーナス像もモナリザも全て先人たちの萌えの結
What
晶
is
だぞ。
happening? Is this getting Kameda into it?
ち
I
な
don't
みに
know.
浮世絵は日本の萌えの発祥だと思う。
I don't know what the references are. I'm sorry.
うにょーんと曲がった顔が可愛い時代があったんだ。さらに余談だが、絵巻物のお姫様はすごいな。
Dragon Buster.
ぷくぷくとした頬と細い目が美人なのはまだいい。
I feel like I've heard the name, but
香りでごまかすとは何事。
I don't know.
お風呂上がりのちょっとした蒸気した顔にこそ美しさを見出すのは俺だけか。しかもあんな重い十二一駅で生活なんて考えられないぜ。
I think this is actually, you know what this feels like? This feels like an actual rant from the author himself, not Keiichi saying this. He's just going on a rant. I respect that, honestly. Obviously, I also like to go on rants like we just did with that Japanese punching tech about muscle training or whatever, enhancing. I respect it. As a fellow rant bro, I'll give you your time since you gave me mine.
でもな、かつての男どもは燃えたんだよ。すだれとついたてに隠された向こうに美少女の姿を見たんだ。そう、俺たち男は想像力を働かせて壁の向こうの真実を探り、真のプレシャスを思い描いて冒険する求道者だったのだ。それなのに貴様は高く分厚い壁を一切経ないリアルの少女をなぜ選べないというのか。それは目的を忘れ手段に溺れた明白な証拠。想像の中の女性像は現実を否定する存在ではない。俺たちは現実の女性をこよなく愛し、故に想像の世界からそれを高度に再現できる新世代男子なのだ。そもそも現実より美しい存在なのに想像というのが良くない。なんだか逃避しているみたいだからな。ほらあれだ、テレビドラマの俳優に惚れるのは好きだが、アニメのキャラに燃えるのは危険分子扱いされる今の風潮がそれを反映している。
Hey look, I understand the reference.
とりあえず俺が言いたいのはただ一つ。リアルを愛するからこそアニメのキャラは可愛いんだ。
I was a Sony fan, you know. I had a PlayStation 2 and an Xbox 360. As like my newer consoles, I had like all the other stuff. It doesn't matter. I was definitely more of an Xbox guy. Probably more for the online stuff, because I don't think there was PlayStation 2 online, but yeah. I never played a Metal Gear game though. I played Resident Evil 5, you know, the best one, right? Everyone loves Resident Evil 5.
いやもちろんリアルポリゴンのキャラも捨てがたいんだけどね。
Dead or Alive? Never played it. I've seen some videos on it.
余談だけど最近の3次元ポリゴン技術なら疑似アニメキャラを作れるって本当？
It's a good meme.
そんなことはどうでもいい。リアル少女のために一肌脱がんかい亀だ。
Kameda, say yes, dude. My mind is melting from this rant. It nuked the world.
すみません。
That was actually a nuke.
俺が間違ってました。
Bro, imagine if Kichi did that rant in front of the manager. You're just telling me the manager can guard against a nuke?
俺は一体何を勘違いしていたんだ。ああ、俺はなんてことを。
Are they really bringing out the drums for this scene?
いいんだ亀だ。過ちは気づくためにある。
Join our party. I want to sleep.
そしてお前は気づいてまた男をでかくした。
And by sleep, I mean make a midnight snack and stay up for like another hour and pass out on my bed after uploading this video.
さあ俺の手を取れ。ミレニアムの扉はすぐ目の前にあるぞ。
圭一くんと亀田くんすっごい楽しそうなんだけど、レナちっとも話についていけない。
It's understandable, Rena. Oh, other people are here too?
ついていかなくて。
Excuse me. I missed the mute. My reflexes have slowed down again. Don't think about it too hard, Rena.
俺も男だ。女の子を救うためなら喜んで協力するぜ。デザートフェスタは年に4回あるんだ。
4 times a year? I thought it was a once a year. Come on, Kameda. I actually thought it was only once a year.
そのうちの1回くらい行けなくったって。
Honestly, we could
期限
have...
はないさ。
We literally just could have asked Mion to give him like a ticket for like the next one.
未練タラタラなのです。みー。
Hey, Rita's meeping? That's a good sign.
あ、そういえばミオン、例の叩き売りオークションの司会の報酬に確かデザートフェスタの年間チケット3年分だったよな。どうだ亀田君、そのうちの1年分を譲ってやるよ。
Ooh, that's good enough.
いや、
Oh,
よしてくれケイ。
he has steeled himself as a man and is doing it on principle only. That's a respectable trait that not even I have, so good on you, Kameda.
俺も男だ。
Yep, I knew that was coming.
女の子を助けるために報酬で釣られたなんて言われたら恥さらしもいいところっす。
しーちゃん、何か優遇してあげられないのかなこの。
じゃあこれでどうでしょう。ブラックリスト帳消しで。
He's blacklisted?
ブラックリスト？なんだそりゃ。
I mean, it kind of made sense, Loki.
ああ、一般の人は知らないよね。エンジェルモートはこういうお店だから困ったお客さんもたまにいるんだよね。
So him and Ire are probably blacklisted.
それで困った人の名前はどんどん書いていって一定ポイントに達したら漏れなく入店お断りの刑になるってわけよ。
よしてくれよ。このエンジェルモートマスターの俺がそんなブラックリストに乗るようなノーマナーをするわけがない。
出会い頭を装ったおさわり2回、頼む気のないオーダーコール、チケットの天外取引エトセトラで あと1点で入店お断りだったりしてます。
Kameda, Kameda. I am not surprised.
そんなの困るっすよ。エンジェルモードに入店禁止なんてなったら、俺は明日から何のために生きていけばいいんすか。
ではありますけど、今の亀田さんの聡子を救うために一肌脱ごうという男気に惚れました。ですのでこれを特別にチャラにしようと思います。
Nice.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
ねえみーちゃん、本当にブラックリストなんて存在するのかな。
さてね、おじ
Ah,
さんは知らない。
I didn't even think of the idea that it might just be a fake out. That would be smart. Though he's already convinced to help.
本当にすまん。
So I don't know why you needed to fake him out.
デザートフェスタでは落選したら俺に声をかけろ。絶対に同席者に混ぜてやるからな。
But it's interesting, we're only at the dessert festival. That's usually like close to the beginning, so it really does show the time is happening earlier stuff. We reaffirmed our strong friendship.
明日の夕方だな。了解したぜ。
See you there, buddy.
うちの野球部の連中と
Yeah,
タイタ
the
ンズの連中全員を
Titans.
連れて行く。それで悪くても10人ちょいは集まるはずだぜ。
Well, that's half of our quota.
限りじゃどう考えてもそのおじって野郎はまと
Bring
も
the
じゃない。
bats. Bring the bats.
なんなら周りくどいことしねえで直接締めちまった方が早いんじゃないですか。
ダメだよ。暴力で解決すれば必ずその仕返しが聡子ちゃんに跳ね返る。
なるほどな。命を奪うってわけにはいかないしな。わかったぜ。正々堂々正面から勝負でいきましょうっす。みんな球児だからよ。警察
だがな、10人じゃまだ足りない。他に声はかけられる当てはねえか。
へへまだ兵隊が足りないってか。ここまで来たらたことん行くっすよ。
Got some boys. Kamada grinned at me, then suddenly stood up and shouted.
野郎ども、話は聞こ
Oh
えただろうな。
god. We're bringing the otakus. The weebs.
明日のチケットが当選しているやつまで来いとは言わねえ。でもな、もし明日が空いているなら
Yo.
力を貸せ。
We already know from experience, these guys actually, some of these guys have a high power level, so they can really help us. Everyone in the restaurant looked at him. There are a lot of people around. The dessert fiesta is tomorrow, so shouldn't today have been just a normal day?
違うんです。デザートフェスタを落選した常連たちは今日食いに来てるんですよ。ここにいるのは皆常連。名前は知らずとも同じ星の下に生まれた俺の仲間たちなんす。
Otakus unite.
同志諸君、さっきまでの話をどう。
聞けば聞くほどに今日が煮えくり返る話
Oh
も。
god, the voice acting is
Doshi-san.
bad. The voice acting is bad. This is legendary.
痛いけな女の子を泣かせるなんて男に生まれたものとして見過ごせないんだな。女の子を大切にでき愚か者め。
Gozaru guy? Where's the Gozaru guy?
リアルとの区別もつかぬとは論外でござるよ。
There he is.
どうしけ、黙ってついてこいって言ってくださいです。俺たちはあんたの食いっぷりに惚れてるんだ。
Looks like they understood the rant better than me.
沖宮中隊着艦整列。どうしけ、いつでも突撃命令を。
Bro, imagine the manager tomorrow. Just investigate, dude. Is it worth the hassle?
貞子城救出作戦了解。
Operation Satoko. Dude, that's this video's title.
作戦開始は明日夕刻時計を合わせろ遺書は書いておけどうせ死ぬならこの時だ
That's what I'm saying. Hi. Don't do that ever again.
みんなすまん
And by don't do that ever again, I'm putting that on replay. That was disgusting. Hell yeah.
見ず知らずの聡子のために本当にすまん
Yeah, and we prefer to keep it that way, but we appreciate the support.
見ず知らずだからといって見殺しになどできないにゃりん
I can't do it with these voice actings. It's so good.
それに我々は里子城のこともよく存じております城がよく顎のところにクリームがついているのに気づかなかったりするとき同胞は胸の奥から込み上げる桃色の感情に酔わされるのであります
It's so creepy and cringy. It fills my heart with joy.
よって人事ではないのであります
よしわかった野郎どもてめえらの命はこの俺前原圭一が預かったてめえらには俺の背中を預けるぜ明日の夕方だ気合を入れやがれ
Yeah. Stop it. Stop. Jesus.
圭一くんって意外なところでも人気者なんだね
うちの町会もそうだけど
It's just a popular guy.
本人の預かり知れぬところで評判が高いんだよ同性に訴えるカリスマでもあるのかねお店の子たちも聡子の事情に同情してくれてるみたいで非番で近所の子が何人か行きたがってるみたいです
Nice. Hey, yo, wasn't my dude, I called this. Didn't I call this? Picture coming with the Otonomiya Titans, the Angel Mort waitresses coming. I didn't tell the otakus, but it's all coming together.
すごいね圭一くん本当に60人を集めちゃったあるいはそれ以上に集まるのかもしれないこれが運命を打ち破ろうとする力なの
Yeah, it's called Keiichi Vibes. It's contagious. Look it up. Holy shit. Okay. That's a well-deserved break. Hour 47 minutes. And we did an hour session earlier. I'm working overtime for you guys, but... And my jaw hurts kind of from talking. But you know what? It was worth it because I've caught up. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you had a great time. This was a extremely hyped up episode. You know, last session I enjoyed it, but it does not hold a candle to this session. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Looks like we're gonna take a night break probably for this session. I mean, this session was already so long. It'll probably end, and then next chapter we might bring the whole squad to the manager, and we'll see. He's proven himself to be very good at guarding our attacks, but like, come on, if you can talk your way out of this much people, then honestly just put you on the national defense team, because you can shield us from any attack. But thanks for watching as always, and hopefully you have a great day. Goodbye.